All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing this morning? Morning, Vegas. Joan, Jimmy, Doctor, JC. Good morning. We have some high impact news coming out soon. PPI and unemployment. About 6 minutes or so. Morning, Fernando. We're in a bit of a range. Not much overnight. Volume's decent. It's 80,000, 81,000. It's pretty good for the pre-market. 50-tick chart. Had one little down move, 4-bar chop, little up move. Basically hanging out between settlement and the 0.25 dev. Going to the 30-tick chart, you can see that here. Here's settlement, 0.25 dev. Got all these mini magnets, eye blocks right in this area at the 0.7. Oh, no, that was yesterday's 0.7. Never mind. But around 84, 85. This could be an ICR right here. See how market moved down, basically to the bottom, looking left. Laid this mini magnet here, pulled up, came down not quite as far, but pretty close, and laid a mini magnet and went for a nice long run. So keep my eye on that. But there's a lot going on there. A lot of order prints here. Hey, Jared, good morning. Good morning, Enrico. Yeah. The only downfall is sometimes the YouTube, the stream can be a little bit, behind or a little lag. So, but the way I trade, I typically can see where I want to take trades ahead of time. So usually, in most cases, I already know, where I'm looking for an entry, a setup. So typically, I'll say it what I'm looking for with plenty of time before it happens. But for now, we got about 3 minutes until this news comes out. So. Yeah, and that's the main purpose of why I'm doing this. Not only to track my journey for myself, so I can go back and look at what I'm doing, but also for Mainly just how I read the market and what I look for and all that. It's the main reason. Yeah, it was never really intended for calling trades or anything like that. So yeah, just another perspective of how I, because I mainly look for LREs and simplicity, or actually that's all I look for. Although I do use the sniper charts and setups and everything to tell me whether I want to take those trades. So another perspective, although pretty much everything I learned was directly from Lori. So she took me under her wing a while back. Good morning, Preet. All right, got about 30 seconds for the news to come out. All right, here we go.
Potential TX on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Double cluster YM. Double cluster YM. Double cluster NQ.
Nothing real crazy. Let's see if we can get on a run here in a few minutes. Hopefully it doesn't just chop around after this news.
Potential TX on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Double cluster YM.
And for me, until this simplicity chart cleans up, I'm not even thinking of a trade. See that right there is just ugly. Family fun time. Yeah, news already came out 8:30, couple minutes ago. Morning, Daniel. Oh, you know what? I forgot to refresh my dynamic magnets and flux levels. There we go. Morning, Johnny.
Potential TBS on NQ. Double cluster YM.
Now it's just hanging out on the 0.25 dev. Check out all the ZOIs it's leaving, clusters. Up here, had some divergence, exhaustion, and then a run down. No real signals on direction yet. Looking at a 50 tick chart, turning into a little bit of a chop on the dev. Let's see where this goes. Simplicity still looking pretty ugly for the moment.
Double cluster NQ.
Nice, Johnny. Yeah, I had one winner, one simplicity winner in the morning. It was a pretty big winner. It was a 165 tick winner. So that was pretty sweet. It's like 41 points. Yep, that was a one and done for me. Nice.
Potential T
Yeah, that blew past my daily target, so that was the only trade I took.
with exhaustion box on NQ.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people in the mentor groups too were getting some great trades after the open simplicity runs.
Potential TX on YM. Double cluster YM.
I typically, so the only time I trade micros is if I take a simplicity trade. I usually do it about with usually like 5 micros. But either way, my daily goal is to get at least about 50 ticks in minis, like on one mini contract. Well, depending on the account size. But I just calculate it. So if it's micros, that means, and I do 5 micros, that means I need basically 100 micro ticks. But either way, I still look at 50 ticks as my target. And I don't want to risk more than about 30 to 40 ticks on the day.
Potential T
And that 50 ticks is only because 2 LREs, each LRE I go for 25 ticks. So 2 LRE winners, that's 50 ticks. If I get that, I'm good, I'm done. If I get more, then great. With simplicity. Yeah, exactly, Jean. Not every day is going to be that way. That's whenever you got to know how to spot those fake outs like I was talking about yesterday. I think that was yesterday.
trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. OP rejection on NQ. Double cluster YM. Double cluster NQ.
See, like right here, especially with the news, there's no real signal that this is going to go short other than simplicity. And you see how you did get an early entry here.
Potential SLZ.
Kind of looked like it was going to come down and then bam, shot up. Because I got no other signal anywhere else other than simplicity. The 30 tick, yeah, you had this little thing here, little Xbox SLZ type thing, but that made its run right down to those ZOIs. Other than that, now if this was a mini magnet, I would have liked it better. But other than that, it came right down to these ZOIs and rejected. So I would have wanted my entry below those ZOIs if I was looking for a short. It's like right now I'm getting no signal. So even if simplicity goes in one direction, that's when I wait and I don't take the simplicity and I take the LRE because I'm not getting any signal. Remember, you don't want to just go on naked simplicities, preferably. Now, if the market's just trending like crazy, okay. Some of those days where it's just like, okay, it's just going one direction and then another direction. It's just trending. That's a little different. But other than that, yeah, don't just take naked simplicities unless you get a signal somewhere else. Maybe I need to do a video on that because I have my videos on LREs and simplifying LREs. Maybe I need to do one on spotting the fake out simplicities and how to take the right ones. Even though I covered a little bit on my LRE videos, the LRE videos are obviously meant for the LREs. And you have to know when the right simplicities are, but I don't focus on the wrong simplicities on those videos. So, yeah, I need to add that to my list, which I'm going to be putting out more videos here pretty soon.
Trap orders with exhaustion box on YM.
Yeah, that's okay, John. And that's, before I was taking simplicities and I was looking for only LREs, I would feel like that. There's many times, because there's some days where simplicity just runs and it doesn't even pull back and give you an LRE or an LRE you don't like. And I've been there before many times, but just that's what's gotten me to where I am now with my consistency and everything, because at first for a while, yeah, I'd feel the same way. Like, oh man, everybody's catching these runs. Everybody's doing great. I'm missing out on these simplicities. But then the next few days or week, whenever I would see one of those days where every simplicity was faking out and I saw everybody getting blown out. And I said, well, I might have not jumped ahead, but I'm still here because I know what I'm looking for. I'm sticking to it. I'm having patience. And eventually I know one day I will be doing, taking these simplicity trades. So yeah, just focus on that and don't feel like, who cares if you see simplicity run. There's been many times I'll see simplicity run 30, 40, 50 points and I get none of it because I'm waiting for the LRE. So yep, just stick to it, keep your patience. What that's going to do is keep you in the long run. It'll keep you consistent, disciplined, and you'll be here for the long run. Yeah, that's our goal, right? We're not here to make money, for a week or whatever. Most traders get into trading because a bigger reason, a bigger why. And usually that is a long-term thing, long-term goal, not just to hit the lottery for, within a few months. See, we got a reset. Simplicity reset. I'm going to refresh my dynamic magnets and flux levels again, just because it's been a little bit of time since the news. Okay. So it's a reset. Looks like it's lining up to go short again. Again, I'm still getting no signal anywhere else. And like I was talking about yesterday, I look for a signal on the 30 tick, a mini magnet pushing off of somewhere, something. And then, or if there's nothing there, I'll look at the 50 tick chart. And my favorite is the 4-bar chop breakout, which right here, perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get a breakout bar, close up, and then you usually get a couple more bars, 1 or 2 more bars to go long, or in that direction. So if there's an entry at this breakout bar, then I don't need anything else but a simplicity entry long, and I'm going long with it. Right here too. 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, breakout bar short, 2 bars down. 5 bars up. It happens. 4 bars up. It's like clockwork. Look, 4 bars down. It just happens. So on that breakout bar, if I get a simplicity entry in that direction, I don't need anything else. I'm hopping in. But other than that, if we don't have that on the 50, which we don't have right now, then I look for the 30 tick, some kind of signal, mini magnet pushing out something. Like if we get a mini magnet on this bar now and it closes down, okay, that might push us short, something like that, then I'll go. If none of that's there, I'm waiting for simplicity to run on its own, and then I'll just get an LRE, a pullback. That's it. Keep it simple. And right now I'm getting nothing. So really, I don't look at the 10 tick too much, really. I look at the sniper setups because I don't want to go against like a really good setup, sniper setup. I look for stacks, you know. So I do look for stacks, like, you know, there's a bunch of mini magnets here. There's a bunch of OP, like all in this area. I look at that. I look for HD and ODD on the 10. Other than that, I'm really looking at the other charts more. I mean, like right now, we see all these clusters. So that's something to see on the 10 tick. Okay, there's a lot of clusters. If price moves down below, well, we know who's in charge, the sellers. At the same time, I can always look here and tell me where the sellers are, where the buyers are. There's a lot of sellers in here compared to buyers. But there is a lot of orders too. There's a lot of mixture, so it's not... Now we're going short. Let's see if simplicity... So here we are back at this bottom again. Oh, you know what? My ZOIs are not... Wait a second. Nothing is... Nothing's copying over for some reason. None of my order prints. Just realized that. Because the 30 tick, here's these ZOIs. Nothing's copying over to my... Let's see. I probably just have to refresh my chart because the order prints aren't copying over for some reason today. Don't want to refresh right now, though. They're copying to my 10 tick. There's no error, so it's just... I don't know why. They're copying back here. Probably with the news, it just... With it moving, it didn't copy those. I don't know. Anyways. And a lot of times what I do is I set my expectations, my mental expectations for the day as well. A lot of y'all have heard me do that, where with the market, I come in, you got to have that market awareness. I look and it's like, okay, market's barely moving. It's barely moved overnight. There's no news. There's nothing. I'm expecting to probably not take a trade. So with that being said, this morning, I'm not expecting another, nearly 200 tick run in the morning. So if I do take a simplicity, I'm not going to expect it to do that. I'm going to still follow my rules and do exactly what I'm supposed to do. If it so happens to run, great. Am I expecting it? Nope, not at all. That's the other thing too. Once, especially when you're newer and doing simplicity, it's very easy to see, oh man, well, I got that great run. Could definitely happen again, which yes, but just don't expect it every time. Because then when you take a loss, you're like, well, let me get another one because maybe that one's the one that'll go. And then you just keep digging yourself into a deeper hole. And I say that because I've done that millions of times. See, and Simplicity's just crawling sideways. Still no signal anywhere else. 30 tick chart. Not much going on. We are creating a chop zone on the 50. So once we get to that 4-bar chop or more, then I look for a breakout bar.
Potential TX on YM. Potential TX on NQ.
I did see in the elite room some people are saying they have some problems with rhythmic actually. Some people are still saying they're getting the error on the deviations. There's some steps to flush your DNS and clear all your cache and all that. Yeah, if you're on the Apex Skype group, let's see, what's it called? I think it's in the boot camp. It tells you where to go. The support room, Apex NT8 support room. They put the instructions in there, I believe. Looks like quite a few people are having trouble with rhythmic. A lot of people are not connecting.
Potential OP rejection on NQ.
What, the Apex issue or the rhythmic issue, Jimmy? I saw Apex had their whole thing started with a DDoS attack.
OP rejection on NQ.
Yeah, my rhythmic's fine, but I connected like at 7 a.m. is when I loaded my charts. So it's been connected for a while. Kind of makes me nervous about taking a trade, though. Yeah, a lot of people do that, Joan. Actually, Daryl used to do that. He would only shut down or reboot on the weekends. His computer would always be running Sunday through Friday afternoon. think I'm gonna. I have an account that. Let me see. I have an account that's been sitting around for a little bit. Maybe I'll take a little micro trade with it. See if it works. Yeah, it's trying to get to that 4-bar chop. Let's see.
Potential TX on YM. Double cluster YM.
Order filled. Order canceled.
Hmm.
Order filled.
Okay, so I just placed a micro with my with an account that I've kind of had sitting around an evaluation, and it did act kind of funny. It took it, and it's showing in my rhythmic. But I don't know. Maybe that was just me because I opened it and closed it pretty quick with micros or one micro.
Potential TX on NQ. Potential double TX on NQ.
All right, approaching 9 o'clock. Volume is pretty good. It's almost at 100,000. Simplicity is short. Let's see if it breaks. See if it breaks through here or not. Go to my LRE ATM. Okay, people are saying they are connected now. So So the LRE I would want would be if the market runs down and then pulls back up to this area. That'd be the short that I want. Not right now because it hasn't broken this low. So you look in the left, it come down right to it and pop back up. So I would not be taking this LRE until it breaks through, goes on a nice little trend, then comes back up to retest, then I'll go short. That's actually what just happened to mine that I took that little micro, Johnny. Like I actually thought it didn't even take the trade and then it showed up.
Potential TX on YM. Potential OP rejection on YM. Double cluster NQ.
All right, it's moving down.
Potential OP rejection on NQ. OP rejection on NQ. Potential TX on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Potential TX on YM.
And you can see we're riding on this wall now. Like I want it to break and head down and then pull back up. Because it's not still getting rejected right here. And we do have a cluster on the 30 tick now as well.
Potential elevator on NQ.
Yeah, some people are still not able to connect and some are. Looks like a lot of people just leave it, like click connect. And it's taking them like 5 minutes to get connected. They just let it sit. All right, now we're pushing down. This may try to make a settlement run. Got the green ice right there below. I'll probably take this LRE if it pulls up here. It didn't pull up high enough. So also look at the 10 tick for chop too. So like it didn't pull up quite high enough, and now it's here. So I prefer it to break through and then pull up now. We got 26% ODD. All right, now it's trying to bust through. Let's see if this busts through. It gets down in this area and then pulls back, and I can go short. But since we have settlement there, pulling it down. See if we can get a settlement run, a breakthrough, LRE, short, and a settlement run. That'd be nice. Although, I'm a little bit nervous with all the connection issues. Okay, pulling through, pulling through. All right, let's see if we get an LRE here. If it comes down and hits settlement, then I'm out on an LRE. It's very close to settlement. Let's see if it pulls up to this area where this wall and ice level is. If it gives anything nice. If not, I mean, it's already looking like I'm probably not going to take an LRE off of it if it pulls up. There's that settlement run. Okay, yeah, now it's just, we have a lot down below. Right here, right under settlement, we have all this spread out mini magnet, eye block. If it starts pushing in this area, I'm not liking any of that. And then I wouldn't like an LRE pullback either because we're at settlement. So I'm probably not going to take a trade. We're at settlement. We have those levels down below. It's 909, about to be 910. So we're getting close. And not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about, even though I'm connected, all the people are having connection issues. I'm scared if I enter a trade, if it just messes things up. So, kind of, Jean, but because I don't take anything around settlement, also. So, yeah. So this could be the bottom, since it made that run down, and we have settlement and all these levels here. I'm not expecting it just to run through it. And because of that, I mean, we see how tight the simplicity lines got. A little bounce up here, you'd have to come back through settlement and there to get your win. And I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want that. We have a lot of HD on the 10, but I mean, we have the double clusters. It's ugly to me right now. And it may come down, but it's pretty ugly. I don't like it. I don't want to have to risk going back through that. And then I do not expect this to continue through all that right now. And as you can see, it's not at the moment. It's coming up. It's testing this bottom. So it might come up and give a sniper short right off this bottom. That would be pretty nice to take a little scalp. But it's now outside of like the LRE. Like, you wouldn't have, LRE would have been entry at 413. You'd be up here. It wouldn't be nice. So, and looking at the 30, it's coming down potentially. I mean, that's looking left. That's where we had. See, remember I said that could be an ICR right here. Look, market came right down to it and maybe laying a mini magnet right on top of it. Yeah, I said that earlier, that this looked like it's probably an ICR, because market came down to the bottom, came up, pulled back almost to that mini magnet and left a mini magnet and ran up for a long way. That's an ICR right here. Institutionally controlled reversal. So now market made its way back down to it. I don't expect it to blow through, which it's not. And then even if it lays a mini magnet on it, I mean, that could be the bottom for right now for a little while, or chop around it, and settlements there. So it's like, nah, I'm out. And yeah, and it's 9:12, and the connection issues. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a day. All right, looks like we have Fed member speaking at 10:15. So y'all watch for that, because as we know, if y'all are still on there trading at that time, they could say one wrong thing and market can run in either direction, or one right thing. Yeah, see, that's what I mean, Vegas. A lot of people are having rhythmic connections, and even though I'm connected, when I took that one little micro to test it out, kind of made it acted a little weird. So I'm scared to take it in all my PAs anyways. So, all right, y'all. Well, I will be back tomorrow. So thanks for joining me. Trade well. Have patience. And don't force it. If you're having problems, don't force it. It's just a day. Make it a learning day, capital preservation day, whatever. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.